Blacksburg Volunteer Rescue Squad. The Blacksburg Volunteer Rescue Squad was established in 1950 as an all-volunteer EMS agency providing free service to a community of approximately 55,000 residents, including approximately half of Montgomery County, Virginia, and the town of Blacksburg, which is home to Virginia Tech. The squad has approximately 120 members, including full-time community residents with other jobs and high school and college students. Mission statement: we are the providers of pre-hospital emergency medical care and rescue services for the town of Blacksburg and parts of Montgomery County. History: Blacksburg Volunteer Life Saving and First Aid Crew, Inc., was organized in the spring of 1950 with 25 active members. The first vehicle was a Chevrolet panel truck purchased from Blacksburg Motor Company at a cost of $1,740. The vehicle was housed at the Blacksburg SO gas station until a shed could be built near the old two-bay fire station behind the old town hall. The first activity report submitted to the Virginia Association of Volunteer Rescue Squads dated September 1, 1951 to September 1, 1952 listed 96 calls for that year. In 1953, due to most members also serving on the Blacksburg Volunteer Fire Department, the two groups merged, becoming the Blacksburg Volunteer Fire Department and First Aid Crew. The group stayed together until January 1, 1986. At that time, due to the growth of the area and the time and training required, they split into two separate organizations. In 1957, Blacksburg Town Council provided funds for the construction of a building to house the equipment of the Blacksburg Volunteer Fire and First Aid Crew. The building on Progress Street was designed to provide space for 4 vehicles, a meeting hall, and a storage room. In 1958, the town annexed a portion of the county, thus doubling the population and adding a considerable number of residences and business establishments. All this new territory became the responsibility of the crew. In 1969, due to state regulations, most of the area funeral homes discontinued ambulance service, placing an extra burden on the rescue crew. In 1971, the crew bought its first custom-built ambulance at a cost of about $12,000. Modern ambulances cost $150,000. The crew completed its first emergency medical technician's course in 1972. This growth required some expansion of the crew and of the crew hall. In 1981, the Progress Street station was expanded, and the crew purchased its first advanced life support ambulance. In 1986, the BVRS became an independent organization. In 1989, for the first time in its 39-year history, the squad brought home its first 2 trophies from the Virginia Association of Volunteer Rescue Squads annual convention held at Virginia Beach. The squad continues to grow at a phenomenal rate to keep up with the growth of Blacksburg. With no end in sight for the town's growth, the squad will continue to adapt and implement the latest in life-saving techniques and equipment. Summer of 2016 saw BVRS move into a new purpose-built station, Station 5, on the corner of Progress and Patrick Henry. In 2017, BVRS received the Virginia Governor's EMS Award for Outstanding EMS Agency. Major incident: Solar House. Sept 30, 2003, an accident at an apartment building known as the Solar House resulted in a fatality and multiple injuries. A punk rock concert at a Blacksburg rental house where man died and others were injured after falling from a 3rd-story window. BVRS responded and transported many patients. Virginia Tech shooting. The April 16, 2007 Virginia Tech shooting was at the time the worst mass shooting in U.S. history by one gunman, where 32 students and faculty were shot and killed. BVRS responded with 6 ambulances and 42 BVRS members. West Ambler, Johnston 3 BVRS advanced Life Support ALS members responded to a mutual aid request to West Ambler Johnston Residence Hall for 2 gunshot victims. One patient was transported to Roanoke Memorial Hospital's Trauma 1 Center by BVRS. Norris Hall, a BVRS medic, was on the Blacksburg Police Emergency Response Team (ERT) team that went into Norris Hall, and he and a Virginia Tech Rescue Squad medic initiated triage of the victims. ICS and Unified Command established. After Norris Hall was cleared and secured, 3 BVRS members went in, assess casualties, and confirm status of deceased victims. At least 17 students and faculty were transported to regional hospitals or treated on scene by the various EMS agencies that were on scene. Besides BVRS ambulances, there were ambulances from Christiansburg Rescue, Caroline Transport Services, Salem Rescue, Newport Rescue, and other agencies responded with ambulances, not knowing how many patients might need to be transported. After the Virginia State Police forensic examiners completed scene examination and documentation, BVRS transported or coordinated the transport of 32 victims to the medical examiner's officer in Roanoke. Carbon monoxide poisoning. On Sunday, August 19, 2007, a total of 23 students were overcome by carbon monoxide in a Blacksburg apartment complex and were taken to the hospital. 5 of these patients were airlifted to UVA Medical Center or Duke University Medical Center for serious complications from the carbon monoxide poisoning. Federal Mogul explosion. December 31, 2010, 3 people were injured when an explosion tore open a section of the Federal Mogul building in Blacksburg. The explosion occurred around 9:30 a.m. The first emergency responders on the scene reported at least 2 people with serious burns who were airlifted to Baptist Hospital at Wake Forest University in North Carolina. Cave rescue. On a late winter afternoon in 2011, multiple fire, rescue, and EMS units were dispatched to the edge of a rural farm for a patient trapped in the entrance of a cave. Before the 12-hour rescue was successfully completed at 3:00 a.m., over 50 first responders and a medical evacuation helicopter team were involved in the slow procedure of freeing the patient in 14-degree temperature. Organization. EMS Division. The core function of BVRS. Care is provided by approximately 120 volunteer EMT, EMS, and paramedics. Special Operations Division. Cave Rescue Blacksburg Cave Rescue Group BCRG is a group of volunteers with specialized cave rescue training based out of the Blacksburg Volunteer Rescue Squad BVRS. Our group responds to cave rescues that are typically extended operations that require an organized command structure, physical ability, specialized training. Vertical rescue provides technical and semi-technical high and low-angle rope rescue. Search and Rescue Southwest Virginia Mountain Rescue Group SWVA encounter a variety of tasks while on mission that can include searching for missing persons, searching for downed aircraft, performing semi-technical and technical evacuations. References